Hello guys and welcome to another video. As you can tell, I'm a huge sucker for nostalgia and I love Batman. It just takes me back to my childhood when I used to watch the animated series. I love the Batman Arkham games and fondly remember playing them on my old PS3. I tried Arkham Knight when I got my PS4 and loved how the game looked, but didn't enjoy it as much as I did the PS3 ones. I mean, I know the game's really good and all, but I don't know, it just didn't hit me the same way as the other ones did. I remember hating the Batmobile sections, which I felt was overused. After finishing it once, I never touched the game again until someone in the comment section mentioned that I should platinum it next. So I was like, why not give it another shot? And here we are, trying Batman Arkham Knight again in 2023 to see if it's any good and to get that shiny platinum. Since I also have a lot of other games to platinum on my bucket list, I'll just be covering the base game and not the DLCs. Okay, so before loading up the game, I went to my trusty trophy guide website to check out the trophy list and see how to go about getting them all. The base game has a total of 65 trophies, of which there are 62 bronze, 1 silver, 1 gold, and finally that shiny platinum. The roadmap looked quite easy except for this one grindy one, which was obviously related to Riddler, but more on that later. For now, let's just start with the story. It's Halloween night and the Scarecrow attacks Gotham with the newest strain of fear gas, making pretty much everyone evacuate the city except for all the criminals and the police and of course the Batman. We start the game meeting up with Gordon, who gives us a lead to get us started and rescue an officer. We rescue him, getting our first trophy. We get into a car chase, interrogate a goon, go to Scarecrow's warehouse and meet up with Ivy. While taking her back to GCPD, we get surrounded by a good number of tanks and we get into a tank battle. Dropping Ivy to GCPD gets us our second trophy. We unlock a few side missions, which are these side stories going around Gotham and do some AR challenges to try and collect as many stars as possible. You see, there are a total of 3 trophies tied up with the AR challenges: Sins of Youth, Fortunate Son, and Absolution, for getting 23, 46 and 69 stars in the challenges. I thought, how difficult could it be? Well, I was kind of wrong. It took me a good time just to get 3 stars on the first tank battle challenge, which was super easy when I see it now. I also started the mutilated body questline, which was pretty interesting, and I had forgotten who the killer was, so I was really invested now. We jump back into the story mode again and meet up with Oracle, unlock the Batmobile winch and get our new suit, which lets us perform Fear Multi-Takedown. We figure out that Scarecrow is using the Ace Chemicals factory to produce his toxins, and we get another story trophy here. We go to the Ace Chemicals where Arkham Knight, an unknown guy blows up the bridge and spares Batman. We finally see him again where he has us all gunned down, but since we are Batman and all, we can't be gunned down that easily. We fight the Arkham Knight where he's in a helicopter and we're in the Batmobile. This is the reason why I didn't like the game when I first played it, cause it uses the Batmobile too much. Pretty much every major fight in the game is a tank battle sequence. However, for some reason, I was starting to enjoy it this time. We save all the workers, which gets us another trophy. We go inside the factory again to face off against Scarecrow, who threatens Barbara and escapes while we trip out seeing Joker. A flashback plays where we see Gordon meeting up with Batman, who tells him about the people who are infected with the Joker virus and us being one of them. Cut to the present, we somehow manage to escape the burning building, which gets us another trophy. Barbara is kidnapped and we tell Jim about her working for us, which ends with us getting sucker punched by him. We follow Barbara's trail and open up the bridge to Miagani Island, which gets us another trophy. We are then contacted by the worst villain in the Batman universe, and I mean it. It's Riddler. I say this because of the Riddler trophies, but he has captured the Catwoman. While I was flying towards him, I got surprised by a bat creature thingy, which was a pretty good jump scare. Anyway, we move forward and meet Catwoman and have some dual combat sequence with her, which was really fun. I think Rocksteady perfected the combat so much in this game. It's so smooth and fun, and character switching is so seamless. Damn, it'll be tough to play the older games after getting used to this style. We need to complete all the Riddler's challenges to save Cat, and I wanted to keep the Riddler part of the game till the end end, so I carried on with the main story, which was a big mistake looking back though. Anyway, back to the main quest line, we pick up Oracle's trail and find the clue left by her, which helps us locate the Arkham Knight. At this point, we unlock a few more side missions like Firefly missions, Azrael missions, and got distracted by them. I really liked all the small details in the game, like listening to Bruce's voice messages on the telephone, the Grey Ghost poster. It really gave me that nostalgia trip back to when I was a kid watching that Grey Ghost episode in the animated series. Back to the story, we find Arkham Knight, who was this close to killing us, but we managed to turn the tables and chase him in our Batmobile. Turns out that the guy we were chasing wasn't him, and we unlock a trophy for torturing this guy. At this point, some side stories were open, so I decided to unlock some more trophies before moving on with the main story. We get Dirty Tricks for drifting 3 minutes, Savage Metal for ramming and destroying cars in a car chase, complete Azrael's story getting his trophy. Up next, we meet up with Nightwing before seeing him in Gotham Knights. We team up with Nightwing, taking down Penguin's goons and destroying his weapon supplies, which unlocks a story trophy and his side missions. Also, did you know that Nightwing's real name is Dick? Moving along, we go to Stag Inc. to save Stag, but trip out in between while he gets captured, which gets us another trophy. After pretty much completing this area, we find Scarecrow and trip out again, which ends up in him escaping again and us getting another trophy. We go to Barbara's location where we find her dead and decide to take Ivy's help in fighting the fear toxins. While taking back Ivy, we encounter a Cobra tank and destroying it earns us another easy trophy, after which we leave Ivy at her treehouse. At this point, I was completing any side missions and AR challenges which popped up. We get Seduction of the Gun for achieving 50 critical shots on light tanks. Honestly, most AR challenges are quite easy and only a few of them are really difficult to get the 3 stars on. I really suck at racing games, so naturally the stars in racing challenges took me a good amount of time to get. While completing one of the AR challenges, I got 23 stars, which got me Sense of Youth. While freeing one of the outposts, we get Death and Glory for performing 20 fear takedowns. We also get Cycle of Violence for using quick gadgets 100 times during combat. We then complete all the bank heist missions and take down Two-Face. Locking him up gets us Jekyll and Hyde. Coming back to the main quest, we released the roots of the OG tree using Batmobile's sonar and then ended up protecting it from goons, which gets us another trophy. Moving forward, we lie to Robin about Barbara and then finally lower the bridge to Founders Island. We have another face-off against Arkham Knight and fight his goons, which gets us Creature of the Night. At this point, most side missions were kind of fully unlocked, so we were on to them and the AR challenges again. We unlock 46 stars, which gets us Fortunate Son. Onto the side missions, we completed the Firefly story quest next, unlocking Days of Fire, the Monster Machine for completing the Killer Pig side quest, which was my favorite in this game, and Death of Innocence for saving all the firefighters. Harley has taken over the Panessa studio and has freed all the Jokers. We go back to Robin, which gets us another story trophy, and a heart broken in two for completing this whole area. Turns out that Henry has also started to show the Joker signs and ends up killing all the 3 Jokers and then himself. Robin tells us to leave it all to him and get locked in the cell. We know how useless Robin is, so we just end up locking him instead. Back to completing side quests. We complete the Man-Bat questline, getting us Scar of the Bat. Destroying all the APCs gets us the road home. After this, we got Choice of Weapons for using all 5 Batmobile weapons successfully in one tank battle. Completing the Fake Bruce side missions gets us Double Jeopardy, and we also get Touch of Death for completing the Penguin side missions. Moving back to the story, Ivy and her trees are under attack and we now need to protect them in a tank battle. Completing this section gets us another story trophy. Scarecrow activates the Cloudburst and Ivy fuses with her tree. We jump in the cloud-covered streets of Gotham and repair the Batmobile. We find Ivy's second tree and well, Arkham Knight finds us and we have another tank-style battle, which was kind of tricky but nothing too difficult. Completing this gets us Who Rules the Night and we beat the fuck out of Arkham Knight. And well, he escapes while we trip out again. A big theme of this game is stripping out in between and tank style boss battles. Anyways, Ivy sacrifices herself to save Mother Nature and we are free of the cloudy atmosphere. Honestly, at times I still can't believe that this game came out for PS4. Like, it looks so fucking gorgeous. We find out that Gordon is held captive by Scarecrow and we go to save him just when Arkham Knight finds us with a Big Daddy drill machine.
You didn't think I was gone, did you?
We need to use the bombs in the tunnels to slow down the chasing drill machine. Completing this area gets us another trophy. We barely manage to miss him, but our tank gets eaten by that thing. Miss you? Not, I guess. We have a confrontation with the Knight again, and turns out that it's Robin. Not the one we logged, but the one before him who was tortured by Joker. We have an easy stealth style battle where we need to sneak our way through and get him 3 to 4 times to emerge victorious. With the upgraded gadgets, this was a piece of cake, and well, we spare him and let him escape. We then go with Gordon to confront the Scarecrow, but we get a big surprise with Gordon betraying us and seeing Barbara alive. We are shot by Gordon and we save the falling Barbara and are surrounded by tanks. Thanks to Lucius, we get our second tank mobile. Fuck you, Lucius. And take Barb to GCPD office and unlock a trophy. Before moving forward in the story, we complete all the militia outposts, getting us Streets of Gotham and another short side mission involving some Blackfire cult, which gets us another easy trophy. Okay, now back to the main questline again. GCPD is surrounded by 50 tanks and well, we save it, which gets us another trophy. Okay, so now I was pretty much at the finale and wanted to complete everything that was left before completing the game. This will unlock a secret ending and the only gold trophy of this game, which is Nightfall Protocol. We quickly complete all the remaining Watchtowers side missions, which unlocks Gates of Gotham. Complete all the mine quests, which gets us Gotham Underground, and face off against Deathstroke, which was a letdown as I thought it would be like that fight from Arkham Origins, which turned out to be another tank battle. Locking him up gets us Dark Allegiances. Okay, so now only the Riddler trophies and missions remained. My biggest mistake was not to collect the trophies, which I could have collected as I progressed through the main story, as I thought I would collect everything in one go. Well, long story short, this grind took quite a while. While doing this, we get the real deal for taking down 20 vehicles without the help of our tank. Like a good
2 hours later.
After collecting about 100 trophies, I realized that we need to complete all the Riddler challenges in order to get a couple of trophies. And thus began with the challenges, which were pretty fun to be honest. I got 4 easy trophies for 4 locks and also unlocked 69 stars in AR challenges, which gets us Absolution. After this, we go on completing all the Riddler trials, which gets us a trophy for each trial. Honestly, the 9th riddle took a few tries, as the final lap's a bit tricky and I really suck at driving sections. Completing the final trials gets us 9 lives. Riddler goes into hiding and in order to fight him, we need to complete all the remaining trophies. Well, a good
5 hours later.
We collect all the trophies and confront Riddler in a boss fight, which was kind of good, and we beat him. We say goodbye to Selina and lock him up for good, which gets us Riddle Me That. Okay, so now we can finally finish the game. We go back to Panessa Studios, find out that Scarecrow has captured Robin as well, surrender to Scarecrow and remove our mask, as the whole world finds out who Bruce Wayne is. Thanks to Robin Hood, we beat Scarecrow for good and lock him up, getting us Master of Fear. We go to the Bat Signal and play the true ending of the game, where Batman dies and a new, more fearful Knight is born. This gets us the Nightfall ending trophy. Okay, only a few more trophies remain now in the way of that shining platinum, which are Leap of Faith, Blunt Trauma, Brutality 101, Gotham After Midnight, Point of Impact, Run Through the Jungle, and The Long Halloween. I made a couple of long jumps with the Batmobile, which unlocked the Leap of Faith. After that, I went to the practice AR challenges where I performed every type of takedown, which got me Blunt Trauma. I followed a YouTube video for flying 400 meters while staying less than 20 meters from the ground, which got me Gotham After Midnight. To get Run Through the Jungle, we need to fly under 3 main bridges between the islands in one continuous glide. I then went back to one of the starting tank combat challenges where I perfect shotted 5 tanks in a row, getting perfect shot. Okay, now came the most toughest trophy, which took a good number of tries. Brutality 101 requires us to perform 15 combat moves in one free flow. I chose the AR challenge with Nightwing and tried this one for like an hour and finally got this trophy. My happiness was through the roof, as if I had already unlocked the platinum. I then restarted the game on New Game Plus to get the long Halloween trophy. Honestly, New Game Plus wasn't too difficult. I died like a couple of times here and there, but it went pretty smoothly unlocking the silver trophy. And now I can proudly say that I'm Batman. I loved the whole experience. I was that player who finished this game but never collected all the collectibles or tried the New Game Plus. And honestly, I'm so glad I did this time, as the Riddler trophies added so much to that in-game lore and gameplay overall. The only part I think could be better would be the shorter usage of Bat Tank fights and adding some more boss characters instead. Well, if you have made it this far and liked the video, then please do hit the like and subscribe button, as it really motivates me further to make this kind of content. And comment down below any suggestion for future videos and tell me if you liked this Batman. And with that, I will take my leave, I guess. So bye now.